Yes. Yes, sir. Hello, everybody. You are here because you know, like me, that we cannot take for granted our freedoms anymore, and you're ready to do that fight. Yes, sir. That ideological fight, that common sense revolution, because we know that what the government is doing right now to us with vaccine passport, mass mandate, it is unconstitutional, illegal, unfair, immoral, and we are saying no to that and yes to freedom. And the mainstream media try to describe us as anti-mask, anti-vaccine. You are here today, you are not during our campaign, you're just here today because you know that it's a time to speak about what the people want, and the people here, they're ready to fight for their life, they're ready to fight for our democracy, and we want to have the freedom of choice. Freedom of choice. That's our fight. We're not anti-vaccine, we're not anti-mask. Everybody must be able to decide what to do if they want to have the vaccine or not. You know, the feminists were saying a couple of years ago, my body, my choice. I'm saying the same thing today, our body, our choice. And Trudeau, O'Toole, and all these traditional politicians are dividing us. They did that by race, by gender, and now by vaccination status. We are saying no to that. We want to unite all Canadians under the freedom umbrella. Because there's no reason to do segregation and discrimination, because every Canadian is in the same boat. Everybody can spread the virus. Yes, we know that vaccinated people that decided to have the vaccine, if they have COVID-19, they will have mild symptoms. But like myself and a lot of Canadians that decided not to have the vaccine, they can spread the virus. So there's no reason to do that segregation. I want to be able to go to a restaurant. I want to be able to go to a baseball game. And I'm saying to people who decided to have the vaccine, your life is not in danger if people unvaccinated are with you, because you took the vaccine. You protect yourself. So let's reopen the economy, saying no to lockdowns. Saying no to vaccine passport and yes to freedom. And actually we know that vaccine passport has an expiration date. It will be in 8 months when they will ask you to take the third shot, the fourth one, or the fifth one. So people must understand, enough is enough. We want to go back to a life before COVID-19. And you know, like me, that this election will be a referendum. I agree with Justin Trudeau when he said, and maybe that's the first time and the last time, when he said, when he launched that election, I want you Canadians to judge me on the way that I managed the COVID-19 crisis. Yes, Mr. Trudeau, we will judge you on that. And Mr. Trudeau, when you said to civil servants in Ottawa, when you said to them, if they don't take the 2 shots, if they don't have their vaccine passport, there will be consequences. That's what you said to them. I know what you said to them. You said to them, if you don't take your 2 shots, I will punish you. But Mr. Trudeau, we will punish you the 28th of September. Because we don't want to live, we don't want to live in a socialist country. In a country when you have to show your papers to participate in civil society, we don't want that. And Mr. O'Toole, we know that you are like Trudeau. You're ready to impose vaccine passport all across the country, and we cannot trust these conservative government here in Ontario and also in Alberta. These conservative governments are not fighting for us. They all want to impose a vaccine passport. Here, Ford and Kenney in Alberta and O'Toole in Canada, they are all in the same boat. They want to have more government control, and we want to have more freedom. Yes, and we know that in 4 days, that will be important. That election is important, and I'm asking you, don't hesitate to speak to your friends, your family, your co-workers, because there's a lot of Canadians that don't know that we are here, don't know that we exist. We cannot count on the mainstream media. They cancel us, but I'm telling you, this party is growing because of you, because of people like you that are ready to fight for this country. Yes, freedom. They're ready to fight because we know when tyranny becomes the law, revolution becomes our duty. It is our duty to stop that common sense revolution, that freedom revolution all across our country. And that will start the 28th of September. I can tell you, we will be elected, some of our candidates will be elected, and you will have that freedom voice in Ottawa, and we will be with you in Ottawa to fight for our country, to put Canadian first and our country first, and also I'll be with you in the street to do more protests if they don't understand that we want to get back our freedom. They told us 2 weeks to flatten the curve. I'm telling them 4 days to flatten the lies. 4 days. No more lies. We know that we must learn to live with that virus. We know what to do to fight that virus, but it's not with lockdowns and with vaccine passport. For the first time in our history, we are fighting a virus with lockdowns, stay-at-home orders, curfew, vaccine passport. That was a failed experiment. It won't happen again. You can count on us. That's the end. And we know that we will win because we have the science on our side. Just look in Israel. In Israel today, vaccinated people, we know that they can spread the virus. So where is the logic right now? In Quebec, me personally, I cannot go to a restaurant, but I can go to my church. Do you think that there are more viruses in restaurants than in a church? There's no logic there. I will tell you why I can go to my church. Because the Catholic Church was very efficient at doing their lobby at the provincial level. That's why. That's not based on science. That's not based on common sense. Let's stop that discrimination and segregation now. So, Canadian needs our voice, and we need your support. I hope that the next 4 days, be active on social media, call your friends, tell them that there's an alternative. Yes, they must know at this time that all the traditional political parties are all on the same side on the most important issues for our election. It's important to fight for what we believe. And I'm asking you, don't vote against something. Don't vote against a government. Vote for what you believe. Vote for what you believe. Vote for yourself. If you want to live in a free and a prosperous country, you have the only choice. The only choice is the People's Party of Canada, because we are putting you first and our country first. So our time is critical right now. I was saying that 2 years ago in the 2019 election. I was saying that we need to fight for our freedom. We need to have a smaller government that will respect people, respect taxpayers. And at that time, when I was speaking about freedom, people were looking at me, what do you mean, Maxime? We are living in a free country. But now people understand that we don't want to go in that direction with more socialism and more government control. So this election will be an historical election. And this political party, this movement is growing because of you. And that historical election will be a big surprise for the mainstream media, but it won't be a surprise for us, because we know that there's a silent majority out there that they're looking at us, and they must not have the courage of their conviction. They must not have the courage to come here and to fight with us, but they are looking at us. And I can tell you that more and more people will give them the courage to vote for what they believe for once. And I believe that they will do that because they want to gain back their country and save their country. Yes, this is Canada, and I'm not alone, and we're not alone in that fight. And I want to give the floor to a real Canadian, a freedom fighters here from Ontario, but also Randy is very well known all across the country because he started that End the Lockdowns movement all across the province, all across the country. And he decided a couple of months ago to call me in Montreal, and he said, Maxime, you are with us with that fight? I said, yes, for sure. Come with us. Be part of the End the Lockdowns caucus. And I was proud, and I'm proud to be part of that caucus with Randy and other elected representatives at the municipal levels. We started that caucus together, and now it's a big movement all across the country that is saying no to the lockdowns, but no to the vaccine passport, and yes to our freedoms. Thank you, Randy.